What's going on, guys? It's Will with DFS Army, back with another video. Gonna be going over the Saturday MLB slate here for August 26th. No WNBA board, so I'm gonna give 4 MLB plays for this one. And then for the people that are actually watching this immediately after this has been uploaded, I am going to include just a FIBA pick with those games tipping off very shortly here. So get into the video now for the first pick here. I wouldn't say this is like the clear-cut favorite play, but it is right now, in terms of how I rank it, it is the best play in my opinion. Arozarena under 7.5. This is just strictly off of odds here against Clark Schmidt and the Yankees. So Clark Schmidt, he's not a bad pitcher, but he just typically doesn't go deep. Like, he probably will get taken out around the 5th, maybe 5 2/3 or something like that. And his expected ERA is lower than what it is, his actual ERA. And his problem has been left-handed batters, as you can see here. Doesn't K them much, walks a ton of them, the whip is high as a result. But when you do take a look against righties, though, he's been definitely much better against righties than lefties. And then the pitch types that he does throw, so sweeper, sink, cut, and curve. Now, looking at Randy against those pitches, right? So, Randy, fastball and changeup are his 2 best. Now, he does hit the sinker as well, hits that well. But the top 2 pitches that Randy hits, he's not going to see them from Clark Schmidt. So, that definitely isn't a great thing if you're going to take the over. So, in terms of just the match of the pitch types, Randy's under does look pretty good. He's a great player, so it wouldn't be shocking if he goes over this. But looking at the odds, right, under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, it's minus 130. And his line's at 7.5. Usually you don't see guys at this high of a line with this HR line. Those odds a little bit juiced on the under here. And then for his walk odds, they're at minus 195. So for the over, so not great either. And then Tyler Glass now is going to be pitching for the Rays here, and against Clark Schmidt, you have to think that Tampa is going to win this game, and if they do, then that means Tampa Bay is not going to be batting in the 9th inning. So that's one less inning that Tampa can come to the plate, and which could mean that Randy does lose 1 plate appearance, he only bats 4 times. So that could be helpful here. So under, that is going to be the first play. And then these next 2, you can stack them. I slightly going to lean Bichette over Vlad, but these 2 overs, and it's a mini stack. So Logan Allen, he's not a terrible pitcher at all, but he is a lefty, and his numbers are just pretty average. He's a young pitcher, so certainly could find something, but usually that happens during the off season. So his expected ERA is a little bit worse than what he's actually performing, so we could see him negatively regress. Now, his splits, he does have some significant splits, allowing a lot more power, but of course he's facing a lot more batters, a lot more righties and lefties. But yes, the power is an issue, and these 2 guys, they definitely have it. Now, Vlad's, for some reason, he's not hitting as many home runs this year, but he's still a great hitter. You don't need him to hit a home run at a 6.5 line. Looking at the pitch types, fastball, changeup, and sweeper. Now, Bo against lefties, he just hits them extremely well. Batting 366, OPS of over 1,000, it's just insane. And he's back from injury, and he doesn't look like he's really rusty at all. The one pitch that gives him trouble is the slider, but he's not going to see that. Well, rarely is he going to see that, and it's from a lefty, not a righty, so that's good. And then with Vlad, he does hit higher of an average, but the power for some reason hasn't been there. And then the pitch types for Vlad, so fastball, change, sweeper. Fastball, not great. Changeup, it's actually a -1, but the expected stats for that fastball, it does say that he's going to be performing a lot better than what he has, and he's been good against the sweeper. So again, the platoon advantage is great to see, and then the odds here backing it up. So Bo is at a 2.5 HRR. Well, talk about HRR line first. 2.5 line, which is nice, even though it's under, just under, still at a 7 fantasy line. It is good to see a 2.5, and then Vladdy minus 150. Now, they're both probably not going to steal. Vlad has only 4 stolen bases on the year, and then Bo with 3. Now, the walkouts actually just changed for some players, 185 and 19. That actually might be wrong because Vlad was a plus 135 earlier, so let's just refresh to see here. Walk odds 140 for Vlad now, 190 for Bo. And at 190 is actually not bad for Bichette because he doesn't walk a ton. And Logan Allen, his walk 39th percentile. So I do like a mini stack here. They're going to be hitting at the top of the order. 4.5 run total minus 115, which it's good on the slate compared to some other lines. So not a bad one. Does feel like these guys probably should be 0.5 higher. And now the final one. So Julio has a 9.5 fantasy score, but I like the total base prop of over 1.5 just a little bit more. He has stolen base upside, so I wouldn't blame you for taking 9.5, but that line is just pretty high where you probably need him to steal a base for him to go over that, because he's not going to be walking a ton, especially in this match against Jordan Lyles. Jordan Lyles, 79th percentile, doesn't walk a ton, and then Julio himself, he does not walk a lot. And then his Mariners over 4.5 is minus 130. But looking at the walk odds for Julio here, it's a plus 320. So very unlikely that Julio will walk. And then because of the chance that he doesn't walk, then you're going to get every plate appearance for him to put the ball in play. And HR line sits at 2.5 plus 100. And then the stolen baseline is at plus 330. So not the best that we've seen from J-Rod. So I just prefer total bases when this prop right now is at a minus 130. I could totally see the shift where it's like minus 140 and gets taken off the board because of the matchup where he's unlikely to walk. And then looking at the splits here, so Riles, he's just been really bad. It doesn't matter which side of the plate. He throws a ton of pitches, so gonna be kind of tough to really say which pitch that he's gonna see the most. But the 2, it is a sweeper and a fastball. He mixes in some other ones, but focusing on just those 2, it's pretty good for Julio. He hits lefties a little bit better, but that's expected. Righties, he's been good, and then Lyles is not. It's not like Lyles can shut guys down, right? The fast and the sweeper, those are actually the 2 pitches that Julio hits the best. And the slugging rates, it's small sample, but very strong hard hit rate, over 50%. So really do like this one, but it's just always the total base prop because there's a chance of a walk and all of that. You need to hit the ball in play. So total base props are just not my favorite, but this one, it does look pretty good. So those are the 4 baseball plays, but the one FIBA play here, this game's going to be tipping off in about 43 minutes. So if you are catching this video immediately after the post, thank you probably for hitting that bell. But this is going to be the play, just a bonus here for sticking around. Tremont Waters over 4.5 assists. He is pretty much he is the best player for Puerto Rico who's playing in this tournament and FIBA World Cup here. So tonight's games, it's actually minus 2 spread now, but still, like, you just look at all the games today, this is the only game with a single-digit spread. The next closest one's a 16.5 spread. So there's a lot of minute concerns for pretty much every single player on the slate, except for this game between Puerto Rico and South Sudan. And Tremont Waters, if you've been following the NBA, this is someone who's been in the NBA. He's not someone who's played a ton of minutes, but he's in the NBA. Like he was in the NBA. He's been playing, he hasn't played a ton of minutes in the NBA again, but he has that talent. And when you look at a FIBA competition for Puerto Rico, if you have NBA experience, you're probably going to be one of your country's best players. And that's the case here with Waters. Now, getting into like the specific matchup, so Puerto Rico is favored by 2 here, and 1, that means it's going to be a close game. Waters being the best player, all of those means that he's going to play a lot of minutes. FIBA rules are different, so there's a lot of things, but the main thing is the quarters. They're 10-minute quarters, so shorter than the NBA. But a good thing for assists is if your pass leads to a foul, a shooting foul, and your teammate makes at least one of those free throws, you still get an assist. So that is a very, or not easy, but definitely a helpful way in accumulating these assists. And Waters, he's going to be the guy with the ball in his hands. Again, just one of the better players on this team. So Waters, experience, favored by 2. This is one that I do like. I can totally see him get like 6 or 7. He's been getting those actually in the friendlies, and then also just the qualifiers. So this one, I think 4.5 is just a little low. I think it definitely get to 5. So I have this play, but important to know that this does start soon in 40 minutes. So if you want to play this one, get it in as soon as you can after you see this. So 4 MLB plays, 1 FIBA play. Remember, this is under FIBA tab right here. So good luck on the slate. Hopefully we can hit this 5 pick. I haven't given 5 in a while. I like this MLB slate a little bit more compared to the last week's, but still, not the best board. Price has just been kind of tight, but we'll work with what we have. That's a more than. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy, please leave a like before you go. Good luck on this slate, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.